Hey guys, how you doing? Just left the gym, just walking home, and thought I would give you share with you a leadership and loyalty tip. Actually, let's rephrase that. Another sweaty leadership and loyalty tip from yours truly, Dov Baron of Full Monty Leadership. Alright, so in the gym this morning, doing my warm-up on the cardio and pushing it a bit, trying to get the sweat going a bit, and noticed some young guys come in. Young meaning mid-late 20s. These guys come in and you know, they're goofing off and playing and having fun. They look like they're having a good time, enjoying themselves. Walk into the gym and they go on their way on towards the weights area. When I'm finished on cardio, I go to around the area where these guys are, and I'm watching them. Now, these guys are not, they don't exactly look like they've been training for years. They, you know, they're okay in shape, but certainly not looking like real people who've been in the gym for years. They look like somebody who's naturally kind of slim and has gone to the gym to bang a few weights around, which is fine. Except that I'm hearing them chat, hearing them talk. And what they're talking about is about the next big weight. You know, they're pushing this weight and they're going to be huge, and one's spotting the other guy. Go on, you're going to get used, let's get used, you know, and they're pushing all this weight up and down, and it's kind of funny. It is kind of funny. Thank you. Thank you, Zachary, for the Jedi comment. So that, you know, they're going to be used. They're pushing all this weight up and down. And one of the guys says to the other guys something about Kit's Beach, which is a beach here in Vancouver that is kind of the cool beach, if you will. It's where the good-looking folks hang out. And he's talking about this to this guy and using it as a motivation to get him to push harder. So he's pushing harder and he's doing all this, and I began thinking about, first of all, why these guys going into the beach. I'm thinking, well, they're probably going to the beach because they want to meet chicks. Fair enough. But what do you want when you get to the beach? Do you want to meet girls? Okay. Maybe you want to hook up, find somebody to have sex with. Cool. Whatever lights your candle. But maybe you tell yourself that you're going looking for a partner, that you're going looking for a relationship, that you're going to find love. And so often, you know, I hear people saying that they're looking for the love of their life. They're looking for their soulmate, the person, you know, that they're supposed to be with. And I started thinking about how those two things are so strongly linked. This desire to be looking good at the beach, and this desire to find, quote unquote, your soulmate. So I found it very interesting, and I'll tell you why now. Because if you go to the gym in the first week of January, just gonna sit down for a minute, in the first week of January, you will see that the gym is absolutely packed. Who's it packed with? It's packed with people who made New Year's resolutions. They're going to get in shape this year. They're going to be wicked good shape this year. Okay, fair enough. Then, if you go back to the gym in March, the place is like a freaking ghost town. There's nobody there. By the way, this is how gyms make their money. Good for them. Because they know, put as many people as you like through the gym in January, nobody's showing up in March. Probably not in April. Towards the end of May, when the light starts to come through and they can't get a sense of the summer, and then the end of May and June, the gym is packed again. Why? Because people want to look good for the beach. Once summer's over, well, you know, they're going to take it a bit easy. September comes, people don't go to the gym as much. October comes, people don't go to the gym as much. And so the rest of the year is pretty quiet. So you can see there's a very short period of time where gyms do well. Because people are going to the gym for the wrong reasons. They're going to the gym to look good for the beach. Now, let's come back here, because I said that these guys who are going to the beach, they're going to the beach, not just guys, by the way, but these people who are going to the beach are going there potentially to find somebody that might be the person of their dreams, who might be their potential partner. But when I look at the guys in the gym who are working out, my question is this: are you looking to be fit and healthy, or are you looking to look good for the beach? Because there is a vast difference. You and I have met lots of people, maybe you've even been one of them, who did look good for a summer and then look like a bag of shit for the rest of the year. And then get disappointed and sad because, oh, I got myself go again, well, call the ambulance. But they didn't actually do anything to stay in shape. They didn't do anything to actually stay healthy, because the outcome was looking good at the beach. So the only reason for them working out was to look good at the beach rather than to be healthy and fit. I'm 58 years old. I've been training, coming up, 40 years. Now, do I look spectacular? No, I'd like to look better. Who wouldn't like to look better? Of course, but I've been training 40 years. I keep my body in shape, not because I want to look good for the beach. In fact, in my 20s, you couldn't keep my shirt on because I wanted to look good. And in my 40s and certainly in my 50s, I just don't take my shirt off. I don't train for anybody else, I train for me. When you say you want a relationship, here's my question. Is it a beach mentality? Here's what I mean. Are you looking for a relationship, or saying that you're looking for a relationship, but what you're really looking for is this romantic experience that is soft and is nurturing and is sexy and is wonderful and is affectionate and is kind and is all those things? Well, let me just tell you something. That love, in the real sense, relationship in the real sense, is like working out for 40 years. It's messy. It's uncomfortable. It means you've got to push yourself. It's not all easy. It's not all relaxed. You've got to push yourself. You've got to demand more of yourself, not of your partner, but of yourself. You've got to demand more of yourself to have a relationship that really works. You've got to push yourself beyond. It's just like the gym. You can't go to the gym and do the same old shit day after day, week after week, year after year. You can't do that. You can. Of course you can. That's not fair. Of course you can. But you won't make any progress. You won't look any better. You'll just be the person who shows up at the gym. And we've all met those people. We've all seen them. I've seen them for years. They go to the gym every single day. I mean, like 5 days a week. You see them there regular as clockwork. They're in the gym, but they never look any different. Because they never do anything different. They never push themselves. They never make themselves work. It's exactly the same with relationships. People go, well, I've been in this, we've been together for 30 years. Yeah, but you haven't grown in 30 years. You haven't grown it since the second year. You haven't done anything to actually grow. You haven't done anything to make it so that it gets juicier. Why? Because that would be uncomfortable. And relationship is messy. Please get this. Relationship is messy. It's hard. It's tough. You have to push yourself beyond what is comfortable. You're going to have to deal with conflict. You kind of, the idea of love, the idea of relationship, and tell yourself it's going to be wonderful, it's going to be fun. Oh, well, we need to break up because we're fighting. What complete horseshit. That means take it to the next level, step it up, go, stretch yourself. It's just like the gym. What's the next weight? What's the next push? What have you got to do next? So fitness and relationship are very similar. Do you want the idea of fitness, which is to get in shape for the summer? Or do you want to actually get fit and stay in great shape? Because that's going to take frickin' years. And it's going to be messy. You're going to get injured. You're going to have to repair yourself. You're going to have to come back from the hard times. You're going to have to come back from the injury. You're going to have to come back from the damage. You're going to have to push harder. You have to monitor yourself and pay attention to how you move your body and how you work and how you communicate with your body and how you let your body communicate with everything else. Okay? You have to do that. Well, it's exactly the same with a gym. It's exactly the same with a romance, with love, with true relationship. You're going to get injured. Your partner's going to hurt you. They're going to hurt your feelings. You're going to feel wounded. And you're going to have to come back from that. And you're going to have to come back slowly from that. And sometimes not as quick as you'd like to. But you're going to have to come back from that. And you're going to have to fight harder for your relationship. And you have to push yourself into places that are uncomfortable in order to fully show up in the relationship. There's no difference. It's a complete parallel. So please, stop telling me that you want a relationship when what you actually want is this romantic idea of love. Don't tell me you want to be fit when what you really want is to look good for the summer. We are so addicted to short-term gain. But let me just explain it to you. Short-term gain always has long-term pain. So choose to have the short-term pain and a long-term gain. Deal with what needs to be dealt with in every single moment as it shows up. Push yourself. Be willing to go to what is uncomfortable. Because when you go to what's uncomfortable and you embrace that for the outcome that you actually want, you're committed to something bigger than just a summer body or a summer romance. So, Dov Baron, FullMontyLeadership.com with another sweaty leadership tip to help you stay curious about what you're really seeking. Are you seeking something that is short-term or something that is long-term with long-term benefits? Because long-term benefits means you got to put in the stuff for the long haul. It is a long haul, but it's worth it all. I know. I'm married to an amazing woman. Been with her for 20 years. More in love today than I was the day I married her. And shit, we fight sometimes, and I know I really get on her tits sometimes, and not in a good way, and she gets on mine. But that's part of the relationship. That's part of the quality of a relationship, is the commitment to do something better. The commitment to come back from what's difficult. Get curious about what you need to do to take it out of the idea of being something nice, and rather into the commitment of a lifestyle and having something that's really well worth it. Dov Baron, FullMontyLeadership.com. Stay curious, my friends. Stay curious.